Yeah, we just start with recording and let me share in Gmeet also. Okay. Yes, are you able to see my screen? Can you guys confirm me? Okay, we'll have a quick recap, okay? Right? So, yeah, what is the value? What is the purpose of eval function, guys? Eval. Huh? Guys, what is the function purpose of eval function? Anyone? Yes. So yeah. So basically, what I told is we can take input, right? Input function to read a value from the keyboard. Okay. So if we give input in certain data type format, suppose if we give input in the form of list, it will convert to a list. If we give input in the form of tuple, it will convert to tuple, right? If we give input in this way, right? Square bracket 10, 20, 30, 40, that will be converted to list. If we give input in the parenthesis, it will be converting to tuple, like that. If you give input in the flower braces, it will be converting to set. Okay, like that. Okay, yes, is that clear? So that's how the purpose of eval function. See, okay, Srimukhi, can you tell me the difference between raw input and input? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but the one main thing you've left actually, the raw input belongs to Python 2 or Python 3. Is it working or deprecated? Yeah, so in Python 3, we are reading input. So both are same only. Okay. Yeah, so for in Python 2, the raw input will read the value in the form of a string only. In Python 3, the input function will do the same role. Okay. Right. Okay. So in Python 3, okay, if we the input function read the value in the form of string, if you want to convert to specific data type, how we'll do int of or float of, like that we'll do, right? This is that clear, right? We'll just see some basic examples. Huh? Okay. See, like that. Okay. In this, guys, you can see my screen, right? See, this input function will read the number in the form of a string. If you want to convert it to int, okay, write int of. And if you want to convert it to float, write float of, like that, guys. Okay. Guys, everyone, is that clear? At least the input functions. Srimugi, Mafia, is that clear, guys? Okay, thank you. So just I want to give a quick recap because it's been a long time, more than 3 days or 4 days. So with the last class, we're done with the last class. Now you remember, right? Now you able to recollect, right? Yeah, that's what. Okay. You should practice this regularly. Okay. See, I'm giving the value dynamically. See, the purpose of taking the values from the end user is, suppose if you hard code na, it will be only a constant values. Okay, you can't change. But if you take from the end user, you can dynamically read the value whatever you want, right? Suppose if you, for any real-time application, you cannot hard code a value. If you take an ATM application, I gave the example on the other day, right? Okay. If you take an ATM, you can't hard code the pin or you can't hard code the amount to be withdrawn. or you can't hard code a type of account. Savings are what we call salary account, right? So based on the end user requirement, he is supposed to give, and your duty is to take the details and check the database and process the money. That's what your role, right? So for any end user application, you are not allowed to hard code any value. Okay. In the project level, if you're hard coding means they will give some cheap look. Okay. Don't do that in the project level. Okay. Project level totally, it's from the end user only you need to check. So no, I just joking actually. I was just joking. Uh, yeah. Yeah, it's not security feature, but because suppose you are doing some client project, right? That you need to make sure that will work for every end user, right? It's not like one or two, right? Am I correct? Yeah. So basically, if suppose if we say like in my last project, right? It's a US based healthcare project actually, the US based healthcare project. Okay, so basically in that project we have developed a portal, okay, which will read the details from the end user, like his name, details, his social security number, SSN, like that, and will process the insurance. Okay, if you want to enroll for a insurance, na? Okay, health insurance, he can enroll. Okay, so that's what the platform we have developed in the last project. Okay, so in that project also everything we need to read from the end user only. It is not like we are hard coding and we are doing. Okay, right? Is that right, guys? Okay, that's about the brief of input statements. Okay, now let us go for printing statements. So we have done with input statements. Now we'll see how to print to console. That is output statements. Okay. Just a minute, guys. Okay. Mm. So my feel with this batch is like we are covering the basics in detail. Actually, that will be very helpful. Actually, when when going for advanced topics. Okay, right? Operators we have done very detailed, right? Am I correct? And the math module we have done, input statements we have done. Now we'll move for output statements. Okay. Okay. Guys, there is a concept of command line arguments. Okay. Just a minute. I'm not sure. Okay, guys. Yeah, so we'll complete one small concept. This concept of command line arguments. That is also one way of reading input only. Okay, so we'll complete that. Okay, then we'll move for printing statements. Okay, is that fine, guys? Is the class number what, guys? Sushmita, are you there in the class? What are command line arguments, Sushmita? Mm-hmm. We don't want to. They are not. They are comment lines here. They are not command line. Got it. Got it. Got it. Chabu. Come on, guys. No, they are escape characters. Okay, no problem. I'll tell you. Okay, the definition. The arguments which are passing, the argument which are passing at the time of execution are called command line arguments. Okay. Is what do you infer from this line? Hmm? Okay. See, so basically till now, what I have shown you guys, just to execute the program from here, right? We are writing the program here and we are gonna execute it from the program from here. Am I correct? Right? So now let us see where this will go to this project location. Okay. Is that fine, guys? So in my file explorer, where this file is there, no, we'll go over there and we'll see, right click on that file and open in Explorer. Okay, it will show you the location. Okay, right. Okay, see PyCharm project and Python project. Okay, now on top of that, write CMD. Okay, so you can open a command line prompt. Okay, CMD prompt. Okay, this prompt you can open. Okay, so the thing is, instead of executing, with the click of this button, okay, run button, you can execute from the command line also. Okay, you can execute the same program from command line also. Okay, there is a command. Okay, to execute a program from the command line as well. Okay, guys, is that clear now? Sushmita, can you tell me what is the command to execute a program from the command line? Execute the program. Hmm. There's any guesses? Anyone? Srimuki, Marfia, any guesses? Yeah. So basically in Java, we'll write Java C file name dot Java. Okay. This is the command to execute the program from the command line arguments in Java. But in Python, it is py space file name dot py. Okay. Uh, please remember this, guys. Okay, this program. Okay, right? Let us see now. Okay, just we'll remove this. Guys, are you feeling this concept is bit difficult? Srimuki Marfia? No, right? Just see. First, you'll see. Okay, what I have done. Just I gone through the file location. Am I correct? I just open and right click over here, and just I'm going with the open in File Explorer. That's it. From there, I just opened the command prompt. Okay, am I correct? Okay. Still, if you want, yeah, still if you want the file location directly, you can see here. Okay. See the right side, the rightmost one is the actual file location, and the left one is the your Python library wherever it is installed. Okay. Okay, na? This left path is there, na? This is the path of your Python library wherever you installed, and right path is there. That is the path of the file which you are working right now. Okay. See. In this IDE only they are providing. Okay, but if you want, you can go through the file location in this way also. Okay. Okay. In our project, we used to go this way actually. Okay. In our Java environment. Okay. Fine. Let us see how can we execute the program from the command line. Then we can see how can we pass the values through the command line. Okay. Right, guys? Printf. Sorry, print June 5. Okay, see guys, okay. See, if I execute from here, it will be coming. If I execute the same program, okay, from the command line, let us see, okay. Py, come on. What is the file name? Basic.py. Guys, is this command is clear to everyone? Srimukhi, is that command is clear to everyone? Okay, now the same output we are expecting in command line prompt also. Okay. Okay, you might be getting doubt. Okay, how can, you know, what we call, how can this is coming? You might be getting actually, there is a concept of environment variables. Okay. So once you download the software, that will be set configured automatically. So because of that, your entire, laptop will get the access. Okay. Is it like, it's like that? Okay. Don't go deeper into it. Yeah. So basically, Java will set the paths in the environment variables. Okay. But in Python, there is no need to set, I feel. Okay. Yeah. See, the same output you can expect from here also. Okay. What I did, guys, again I'm showing you guys. Just right click. Okay. And what is that? Open in Explorer. Okay. Then again, I'm opening CMD from here. Okay. And I gave the command. Okay. py.basic.py. Okay. Guys, is that clear, everyone? Shimuki, Mafia, Sushmita. Okay. Now we'll see how can we pass input values from the command line arguments. Okay. That and all we'll see now. Okay. Okay. Any ideas, Sushmita? How can we read the input values now? At least you tell me this. Like I have shown you. How can I execute the program from the command line? Okay. Can you tell me how can I read the values via command line? Sushmita, any ideas, Sushmita? Sushmita, if you don't know, please tell me. I don't know. Go now. Thinking, huh? Okay. See, just give the same command. Okay. Just give the same command. Guys, this is very important, guys. Okay. The interviewer will ask you how many ways of reading the values. Then you can say this is also one way. By using command line arguments also, we can read inputs. Okay. That's, see, just enter the values here. Okay. Suppose if I want to pass three values to the input. Okay. Say enter 10 space, 20 space, 30. Okay. Right. In this way, guys. Okay. If I want to pass three strings. Okay. Just pass like this. Okay. Okay. All the rest only, right? Okay. Markia is down. Okay. See, guys, is that fine? How can I pass the inputs from the command line? Srimuki, Marfia, is that clear? How can I pass the input from the command line? Okay. Now, okay, we are successfully passing, right? But how can we capture those values? That's the deal, right? Am I correct? Okay, you are passing the command line values. See, if you take, from the keyboard, right? If you're passing some 10 means that we are capturing into X. If you're passing, string in the form of list means that we're capturing in a list variable, right? Something like that. But how can we capture here? Come on, guys. Any idea? Sushmita? Guys, please go ahead. Guys, if you're not telling, please go on mute. I can hear some noise actually. Who is this? Sushma Murphy, I think you. Yeah. Guys, any guesses? How can we capture the values from the command line arguments? You give it a try now. Guys, is the classes today so boring or what? You guys are not responding at all. It's not boring, right? Then fine. Okay, because you're not that active actually. Every day you used to have some inactiveness, I can see, but today I think after a break, now that's why. Okay. See, my question is very straight, guys. Okay. See, first point is how to pass the values from the command line arguments. After py dot file name dot py, just write space value space like that. Okay. But the thing is, how can we capture this? That's what my point here. Okay. Okay, no problem. I will reveal that. Okay. Okay. So first you remember there is a line, there is a module you need to import. Okay. From this library, import ARGV. Okay. Guys, the name is very important. Remember this. Okay. So from the sys library, import ARGV. Guys, the data type of ARGV is anyone, guys, any guesses? You can easily guess now. The data type of ARGV is anyone? No, no, no. You can see now it's a multiple values. You can easily guess the most suitable data type, you can say. Not a string. Anyone? Yes, list only. Okay. Okay, guys. Okay, now we'll see how can we capture the values first. Huh? See, these are the group of elements, right? So this and all we are gonna capture into ARGV. The data type of ARGV is list. Okay, the ARGV is the name of the list. Okay. Okay, now we can't use the name whatever we want now. So it's not we are not allowed to use the name whatever we want. So just use the name ARGV provided by the Python library. Okay, right? Okay, guys. Here and remember, ARGV is not an array; it is a list. Okay. So if we have a list now, we'll have a L of 0, L of 1 like that now. So if you remember here, ARGV of 0 will have the file name. Will have the file name of the will have the file name. And ARGV of 1 will have the first value. Okay. Right, guys? And ARGV of 2 will have the second value. Guys, is that clear? From so on. Okay, it will follow so on. Okay. Guys, is that clear now about ARGV? Srimukhi Marsha? I told na it's a list. I feel, see, basically to capture the arguments, so even I don't know, it's a argument, argument values, I think, okay? See, you can remember like argument values, okay? Something like that. Yeah, mostly meaning like that one. They have defined the variable name. Okay, it's not important, the meaning of the variable name, but again, I can sense argument variables, okay? Okay, let us see, okay? See, you need to write the code in such a way that we can capture the values from the command line and you need to print or whatever you want to see. Just capture the values, then it's up to you how you use them. Okay. If after capturing you want to print it. After capturing you want to submit, whatever the operation you can do. But the first thing is capturing is important. Okay. The first line is come on. Write from sys import argv. Okay. Right, guys. Okay. Print argv of 0. Print argv of 1. Okay. Guys, if I want to get the length of the list, how will write, guys? Anyone? Guys, if I want to print the length of the list ARGV, how should I write, guys? Anyone? Suppose, yeah, correct. If I have earlier, see, I have three values, na? Three plus the file name, 4. How can I print the length of the list here? Very basic function. I think I have told you this one. Come on, print len of argv, na? There is a function actually. I think I haven't told you. Okay, len will calculate the length of the list. Okay, basically I'll tell this function in a list concept. Okay, for the list alone will take 3 to 4 days to cover all the concepts and programs in specific to list. Okay, at that time I'll tell you. But just remember, len of argv will give you the total number of values in the list. Okay, fine. Okay, right. Okay, na? So now we'll see that. Okay, see. Give the same command, click up arrow, then give 10, 20, 30, 40. Now the size of the list is how much, guys? Any guesses? No, 4 plus 1, 5. I told you the index 0 contains the file name. Index 1 contains 10. Index 2 contains 20, like that. See 5. Okay, na? Right, guys? See, ARGV of 0 is, see, ARGV of 0 is the file name. ARGV of 1 is 10. Len of ARGV is 5. Guys, is that clear now? See, now it is 6. Okay, na? It is 7. Like that case. Okay, you need to check. Okay. Okay. Suppose if I want to print in a for loop. Okay. Can you guys tell me the syntax for loop? I told you one time. Officially, I haven't started the for loop also, but for one program, I told you, right? How can we get the values in the list one by one? Or how can we get the values in the range one by one? Anyone? I just want to print directly all the values. So, Shrimuki, any ideas, Shrimuki? Very easy, na? Come on, guys. See, for X in ARGB. See, the syntax is very important. Sorry, for X means you can take whatever the value you want there. For X in ARGB colon. Okay, that's it. Print X. The one by one value you will be getting here. Okay, am I correct? Okay. Oh, yeah, X is up to you. Whatever the value you want, you can X, Y, Z. So what is the meaning of this is ARGV. ARGV is a list. List is a group of values. See, the process is here one by one value will be coming to Y. Okay. Or whatever the value you are keeping here now, it's up to you that one by one value in the list will be copying into Y. And that value we are printing in iterative mode. So this loop will execute till I complete the list of values. Okay, na? That's it, guys. Okay. See, with single stroke, I'm getting every value. Okay, na? Clear? I think I told you, na, this the for loop in earlier classes, right? That printing even numbers, odd numbers that time. If you remember, till 100, we calculated one program, right? Okay, no problem. If you remember, right? Okay, thank you. Okay, so this is one type of for loop. So in the iterative statements, we'll discuss in detail about all the iterative statements. Okay, don't worry. Just for the time sake, you remember that. Okay, you remember the syntax. And again, I'll tell you clearly. Marfia, are you able to understand clearly? Okay, guys. So this is the end of input statements. So input statements we can read from the input function. Okay, or you can read from the input keyboard from multiple ways. Single value you can read. In a list you can read by using a eval function. In a tuple you can read by using a eval function like that. Even we can read the input values from the command line arguments also. Sorry, from the command line also. Okay, I told you I explained you clearly how can we do this process of command line arguments. Right? Go to the file location and open CMD. Okay, I'll just write these steps here. Okay. Yeah. See, yeah, that's a good question actually. If you see somewhere like, you're importing ARGV and you are trying to get the values from ARGV, that means they have configured in a way that the program should read from the command line arguments only. Okay, the code itself you can understand. Okay, that's it. If you see this ARGV, you just need to go to command line arguments and enter the values. That's it, Srimukhi. Okay, okay, na? Right? Srimukhi, have you understood? So the process of giving command line arguments is go to file location. Mhm. Yeah, obviously, right? Suppose if you are trying to your program is trying to read the names, right? Then the ARGV will be, ARGV will be you need to enter strings only. See, suppose if you're entering 10, 20, 30, the data type will be int only. Okay, this data type. But if you're entering the names in double quotes, it will understand automatically this data type is a string. Okay. If you have a still doubt now, okay, see, print type of Y. Okay, then you'll come to know, right? Much better. Is that fine, Shrimuki? Now you see, now you see, suppose after 70, I am writing Sunil Tech. See, till I have entered seven integer values and one string value. Okay, now let us see how it will print for each value, the value and its respective data type. Okay, see, except the okay, guys. Actually, yeah, it is reading every value in the form of string only. Okay, see, if it is basically reading every value in the form of string only. Okay, even string or a integer value. See how the input function is used to read. Now, the same way the command line arguments are also used to read. Okay, but even I forgot that I am thinking in the back of my mind. Okay, it will be int and it will be string, but it's not the true, guys. Okay, you can see now. Shrimuki, thanks for asking this question. Actually, okay. Uh, String only. See, you can see now. You can see now live proof. Okay. So everything it will take in the form of a string. After that, if you want to convert, write int of, float of. Based on your logic, you convert. Okay. Murphy, is that clear now? Yeah. So thanks, Shamiki, for raising this doubt. Okay. Right, guys. Okay. So the process is go to file location and open command prompt. From that, open CMD and enter the command py file name dot py, and after that you write the values. Okay, and important point is every value will be in the form of a string only. Okay, guys, this is one of the important concepts. Okay, don't neglect this. Okay, right, guys, we'll stop for here because the next concept is output statements. I just don't want to start and I don't want to stop in between. Okay, tomorrow we'll start with output statements. Okay, right? Okay, guys, is that fine?